Tory MP Ian Duncan Smith, who is in favour of a reform to the Lords, said peers are attempting to rewrite the Brexit withdrawal bill, which could be a disaster for the upper house. Speaking on Talk Radio, Mr Duncan Smith said, "I met a number of Lords, and some who actually are in favour of staying in the European Union, and some of them have said to me categorically that defeating the government 14 times on a bill like this is a disaster for them, because it does exactly bring to the point which is you have a completely unelected chamber now. In a constitutional case, it has actually not just amended the bill, but tried to rewrite the whole purpose of the bill. For example, they amended the bill to include staying in the customs union." Getty Brexit News. It said the Lords rejecting the Brexit bill would be a disaster for peers defeating the government 14 times on a bill like this is a disaster for them. Ian Duncan Smith, this bill has nothing to do with trade. There is a separate trade bill. Mr Duncan Smith concluded that the relentless ping-pong between the Lords and MPs is peculiar in the extreme. Theresa May said she is disappointed by a series of defeats in the House of Lords over the EU withdrawal bill. Peers voted against her plans to leave the EU's single market after Brexit, and voted to strip out the fixed timing for Britain to leave the EU in March next year. The spokesman said, "We are disappointed by the votes last night. The legislation is intended to deliver the smooth Brexit which is in the interests of everybody in the UK." We will not accept attempts to use this legislation to stop us taking back control of our money, our laws and our borders. Remainers in the House of Lords also pushed through an amendment to the Brexit bill that could force Britain to remain trapped to EU agencies after withdrawal. This latest defeat has further fuelled fears that the unelected peers are trying to frustrate the will of British voters in an effort to thwart Brexit. Sir Bill Cash, chairman of the European Scrutiny Committee, said he is very concerned over their behaviour during the Brexit process and called it a flagrant abuse